Are you a crook? No, I'm not a crook. Do you teach people how to lie? No, I don't teach people how to lie. Are you going out of business? No, I'm not going bankrupt. No, no, no. This is what not to do. Do not repeat the negative words of the reporter. Use your words. Now, I'm not saying dodge questions. This has nothing to do with dodging questions. This has to do with you using your words. Here's the problem. Once somebody puts negative words out there and you repeat them, they can now quote you using those negative words. And it's not a misquote. You said it. You can complain about being quoted out of context. Nobody cares. Every quote's out of context. So don't say it unless that's the negative message you want. I don't know why you would want that. Don't tell people what you aren't. Tell people what you are. Somebody says, "Are you a crook?" I'm proud of the fact that I've always conducted my business life ethically and honestly. I answer the question, and they'll have to deduce that I don't believe I'm a crook. That if I say I'm not a crook, the reporter can then put, T.J. Walker denied he was a crook and said, quote, "I'm not a crook." And it's a context for having 5 other people quoted saying I'm a crook. Why do I want to do that? Now, this is contrary to how we speak in normal life. Someone asks you a question, they put forth premise A, and you don't agree with it, it's natural, logical to say, no, premise A isn't true, actually, premise B is true. So if my daughter says, can I have 3 scoops of ice cream for dessert? She hasn't eaten her broccoli yet. Nothing wrong with me saying, no, you can't have ice cream until you eat your broccoli. That is a rational, logical, linear way of speaking, how all of us speak at various times. It's great in every aspect of life except when you are talking to the news media, because they can latch on to those negative words, create this negative impression. And unfortunately, when people are skimming headlines, they see your name, crook, not a crook, it just emphasizes crook, crook, your name. So do not repeat the negative words of the reporter. Now, sometimes my clients in private trainings will say, yeah, TJ, these reporters are bad. They put words in my mouth. No. There's no reporter in the world I've seen who, in the middle of the interview, gets up, comes around behind you, forces your mouth up and down, and forces you to say words. They may have words come out of their mouth. It does not mean that those words need to come out of your mouth. I have a deal with reporters, and it's worked really well for decades. I don't tell them how to ask questions. They don't tell me how to answer questions, and it works out very nicely. So don't ever blame a reporter on their word choice. They get to ask questions any way they want. And don't blame them if they quote you denying something. Focus on what you want people to know that you are doing. That's positive, regardless of the topic. You'll be much better off.